Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast. Are y'all good? I hope you're splendid. Back in the nice peace and quiet. Isn't it splendid? I swear yesterday, once the rain stopped in the morning, that it was very like spring in the air. A real spring vibe to the day. And I thought, yeah, it's time. Feeling a bit more awake, doing stuff. But it's good. It's nice. It's like a mental shift. Like you've been given permission to do stuff. More stuff. As in, like, not stay in bed. Which is good and bad. Good and bad. It'll be good on Sunday, I can tell you. This Sunday we're going off to Limerick. There's a nice shoot in Limerick. Check it out on Facebook. All the details. Paper Faces in the Woods. And paper face targets, like, you know, the circles. That has to be explained to me sometimes. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's unforgiving, I would say, paper face targets are. In the woods, when you're doing the 3D targets, you might get the tail, you might get a hoof, or not a hoof, but a leg, an ear, these kind of things. Just as the arrow's about to stray away, it'll click. But with the paper face, you gotta be fucking tuned up. They're unforgiving fuckers. But so I'm looking forward to that. Should be cool. Should be cool. I'm looking forward. Limerick's lovely. And paper face targets. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This shall be good. And what else is on my mind? I was looking at, where was I? Some shop I saw on YouTube. Archery shop. Is it Cloud Archery? I don't know. It probably is. That feels like that's what it was. But I was looking at it, and then I started looking at bows, and then I started going all around the world. You know the way it'd be, kind of lazy day in your brain, and you're just looking at all these things. And I was just wondering, like, there's some fucking beautiful bows. All types of bows. And I was wondering what? Surely it's the same for everybody who shoots, that they're drawn to a particular bow. It's just like, you know, it feels right. Like, yeah, this is where I belong. This category, this kind of bow, this kind of setup. It's kind of amazing. It's kind of overlooked, I think, this connection. Because a lot of people after a while get kind of frustrated and they just want to go down the easy route. Oh yeah, we know what that is. With the spinning wheels. What is it called? The Rambo bow. You know what I mean? The compound bow. The precision bow. The killer bow. This bow they wish to have. Because they might get some X's with this bow. Whereas with another bow they will not. Or not frequently enough for them. Which is sad. But it's usually people just go, curiosity, it's a fad, it lasts a little bit, and then they're back to reality. Back to where it's at, back to the real bow, the recurve, the long bow, the one-piece bow, all of the above. Because I've been looking at them, and I used to think that you had to be, a particular mindset. We'll say for the compound. Let's start with that. The compound bow. Now you'll hear people say you don't shoot compound bows, so shut the fuck up. You know what you're talking about. But from my observations, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen even, I used to think that you had to be of a particular mindset to have, you know, like the want to shoot that bow. And it turned out that I was thinking, you know, it'd be all about the gear, all about the detail, everything, precision. You'd be working that bow with a German accent. That's what I'm saying. Fucking hell. Perfect. And that's not entirely accurate. Because that seems to be the case with every archer. In their own little way. It's just you pick up on it. the more shoots you go to, the more people you hang out with who shoot different bows, and then you start realizing, oh yeah, they're kind of crazy. They're really into this bow, and these arrows, they're going on about numbers and shit to me, and I'm like, oh, that's great, that's interesting, that's amazing. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm hungry. I need a coffee. I need to blah, blah, wake up. But they're well into it. So it's not just the compounders, it's every bow, you know? And that's cool in its own weird little way. It's funny. It was funny on realizing it. You know, you just, it's a bow, it'll do me fine. Bit of string, a stick, off you go. But no, everyone has got their own little crazy going on with their bows. Which is, again, I say, cool. Because sometimes you'll ask someone, so why are you shooting this bow? Say it's trad or recurve or longbow. Like, why are you shooting this way? Oh yeah, you know, it's the only one there. I said I'd give it a go. They don't want to fucking talk about it. Like, they don't want to let you know that maybe that's all it is. Maybe it is odd. But then after a while, when you do be talking just offhand, they start answering the questions that were asked, well, months ago maybe. And it's like, yeah, they put a lot of thought into this. They're really connected to this. This is cool. Because I'd be looking at mine and I'd be thinking, fuck it, you know what? Hunter recurve, it's not easy. It's fucking hard. And then you have to break, you know, the winter. And then you don't have the fucking practicing going on. And then when you go back to practicing, then you're shit. And you're like, fuck, this is hard. Surely there's an easier way. And then you're looking under all the other bows and you're thinking, well, I'm definitely not doing compound. I just have this. No. Mm-mm. No. But I bought a longbow, which I will eventually get around to once I get, you know, competent and good at my own current one, which is the recurve for hunter. But yeah, I'd like to play with the longbow. Actually, I must hang it up somewhere here. And this guy here then is, if I change the limbs on him, he's got a shelf on it already. There's a shelf on it for, on the other side, for shooting trad. So, hey, I have a trad bow, and I have a longbow, and I have a recurve bow. So, I'm doing okay. If I could just shoot the fucking things now, it'd be super. So my longbow, I was meant to do it in the winter time, but then hibernation, and I will get to that. It's only a matter of time, and I will get to this again. It's only I can bolt down some new limbs on that bad boy. So that's a 50-pound sage Samick. That's a fucking heavy bow. Just crazy putting 50 pound on that unless you're going out hunting fucking deer or something. But anyway, I'll be thinking, yeah, I'll be watching certain people shooting certain categories. And after a while, they're thinking, that looks fucking hard. How the fuck are they getting such good scores? It's like, oh, they're not gapping. They're going instinct, and everyone has their own little way around it. And I'd be fucking, once you understand that, their scores seem very impressive. The longbow then is awesome. I just love watching the arrows fly off a longbow. It's like in slow motion nearly. They just got this kind of bobble through the air. It's cool. And you have the feathers, but then again, there's a lot of smashy there in arrows. Blah. Then you have to work, you have to figure shit out. That's probably how you get into all the details. So I'm going to take my time with that, but I have a few arrows that are fucked up from the recurve that I can re-engineer for the longbow until I get my bearings. So I'll be doing this. But like I said, I'm going to be more about the hunter recurve, Because when it's good, it's the best. It's the best. But it's such a flirtatious fucker. It's like elusive. It's just practice, practice, practice. But even when you were... What was I doing? Was it a year or two ago? A year ago. I was coming out of the slumber of winter again and starting to go back to the range shooting. And I hit everything but the fucking target in one evening. And I was full sure I would just get the bow and I would just beat it up and break it and throw it away and be done with it. But I didn't. I took a break. I think I had a coffee. Then I started mocking myself, you know the way you be. You fucking idiot. Da 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 da. And then, felt a bit better about it. And then I did really well. Not that evening, but thereafter. That evening I did okay. I started hitting the target. But I was hitting the wood, the wall, the fucking everything but the target. So it's not something, it doesn't suffer fools and it doesn't suffer lazy people. You got to put in the hours, folks. So, I don't know, is it a challenge? I don't know, I just like the idea of it's just you and the bow. Whatever I'm doing with my bow, if you're in a situation where, I know this is fucking extreme, but look, sometimes you got to go there to make the fine grade. So you could just get a good branch off a tree, a bit of string, and you can shoot it the same way you can shoot your bow, and you can tune into it like you tune into your bow. You can't do that with a compound. You can probably do it with the other ones too, the longbow. Yeah, I just don't know. It's too fucking mechanical for my liking. I suppose if you're into shooting guns and shit, rifles, you'd probably gravitate towards the compound bow. Because those who I do know that shoot it, love it. They love it like I love recurve. And that's why I say it's so interesting how there's so many people doing it. And they're all in their own camp. And there's no change in that. They might dip their toe in the ones around them, but they're mainly this kind of archer. And it's like it's been preordained. And I like that. There's a nice kind of, I don't know, voodoo vibe off of that. Yeah. Yeah. You could go into this like crazy. It's cool. I don't know if this is a podcast today. I've been very productive this week and even this morning. I had a lot done before 12 o'clock. I mean, a lot. 3 different jobs. Not finished. One was prepped, one was looked at, and one was discussed on the phone. Then I got home and I thought, you know what? I'm going to fix that and I'm going to fix that and I got to do this. And I got I was doing my vetting form, my Garda vetting form. That thing freaks me out. It's like I haven't got past the second question. There's a question there and you have to list your addresses since you were born kind of thing. That's a stretch for even, well, for me it's definitely a stretch, but for most people surely that's, because you remember the places, but you don't fucking remember the address. So you'd be like, oh, that place down there by the thing, in that place, I was there for a while. And then you put in, all right, look, 3 or 4 will surely do them. I know, it doesn't believe you. It's like, fuck, back to the start. So I'm like, this is a son of a bitch. I mean, Phelan's a guard and he hasn't even fucking done it yet. He's like, well, look at that. I'll have to wait a while. So I have to finish that today. Today is the day of finishing things. And that shall be done today. I hope the fuck, because it's annoying me now. If it tells me start over again, I'm just gonna, throw my hat at it. Yes. I shall throw my hat at it. So, yeah, so Sunday now we have Limerick. And it's not going to be easy. Limerick never is fucking easy, I don't think. You have a lot of down shots, up shots, fucking long shots. The challenge is good though. It's not as bad as Wexford. Wexford is a voodoo fucking ground. Voodoo. They've got seances going on down there, I'd swear it, the night before. to shoot before anyone shows up. All of them folks are witches. Wow. Getting away from the old archery though for a moment, I was kind of just browsing the news. Not the news per se, but you know, what's going on. What's going on in the world in the time that we are awake to, or if you want to say awake, whatever. In the time we're in. A lot of stabbings going on in Ireland. What the fuck, lads? What the fuck? Calm down to stabbing. And then they're bringing up, you can't get details anymore. You can't get facts, it seems. It's all fucking sensationalists from one side or another. Then you've political nonsense getting involved. Oh my God. They just muddy the waters like you wouldn't believe. I mean, look at America. There's some nonsense going. It's just, fuck. I see that vice president. Was it in France or something? Or Germany? Or some big fucking summit recently. This week. And he gave some speech. And I watched the speech. I thought, jeez, that sounds grand. Sounds great. Sounds pretty good. Normal, even. And then some fucking crazy German guy started, I think he had a problem with free speech. Excuse me. I don't know what these politicians be thinking like, but they don't fucking own you. You're not their property. They work for you. Even though we know they're all fucking probably corrupt. You know, they probably are. And most of them aren't even there through a democratic process. They're not. But, yeah, this German lad, anyway, he seems to have a bit of a problem about free speech. Like, he can do something about it. Like, he's got plans. And you know what the Germans are like? Fuck. Things are getting a bit sketchy over there in Europe. And I'm Irish. I've always said I'm Irish. I've always voted against all that other bullshit. And they'll say, no, you're this shit. No. Irish by. Go fuck you. So anyway, let's calm down, folks. Let's mind each other now. There's enough, no divide, okay? Forget division. We can do without it. We've enough coming at us now from the fucking traders and the plants. So let's stick together, mind our own. You know, and let's not be going looking for trouble. There's no need for it. There's plenty coming our way. Plenty. We're so fucked. We're so fucked. So mind yourselves. There's a lot of mentally fucking unhinged individuals been brought into the country. But I wouldn't be painting them all with the same brush either. And to be fair, if you were in dire straits and you were fucking whatever, and some retard in a faraway land said, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, you'd be there in a shot, wouldn't you? So you can't be blaming the poor misfortunate. The finger can be firmly pointed to the administration of the country that they go to. And that's all I have to say about that, because that gets very fucking crazy. Don't want to be going down there now, having a nice, relaxing moment in my studio, which is nice and dry now, because I was up on that roof a couple of weeks ago, wrapping it with some space-looking shit. And it's great. I must admit, I'm looking to build a fucking proper, bigger, old-fashioned building studio. This is great to get the old momentum going, or keep it going, but it's one thing after another with this fucking thing, can it wrecks my head. And I'm not gonna fucking go on about that. Everything is negative today. I feel like going on a rant. Fuck off, rant. So, my friends, I actually was listening to this conversation. I must get back to it if I can remember. It's interesting. The guy is, one of the guys is just talking, asking questions, but the other guy is qualified, like he's super qualified in his field. he's a funny story about him. He started in tech or something, or maybe I'm going to say he was into making like video games, and then he made a company, and then he went huge, and then he was dealing with technologies, and then he was going back to school to learn about this, and then he's got a super brain, and then he started philosophizing and writing books and all of this jazz, sold his company for a stupendous amount of money, did very well for himself, and afforded himself a life of academia, which was his dream. And he wrote a book about simulation theory. The simulation theory is that we, the people, our life, our existence is all simulation. You're in a game. Now I'm going to give you the most basic, ignorant, take on it. And I'll hopefully remember this by the time I get to the desktop and source it and put a link in the thingy. But, so this is, hold on now, this is going to get weird, but wonderful. Now, he maintains a lot of these scientists that he was dealing with in these scientist places where they do science and theories and all this shit. They're mainly atheists. They don't believe in God and all of this. But this group then this idea started gaining momentum, and they started, it's all theories based on all blah blah. He lost me for a while, I won't lie, but I came in and out kind of like, well, no, we're in a computer game. But he's going on about it, and he maintains it's like well over 99%. Isn't it? He's 90, in his opinion, he's 99% certain that our life experience, our individual life experience, is a hologram, or not a hologram, a fucking, what did I say it was? A game. And he starts going into great detail about it. And like I said, you have to rewind. I have to rewind a bunch of times. Like, what the fuck? I really gotta listen. And then he breaks it down. That's just the big picture. Then he goes into the details. And we don't like details. Because the guy, I think, talking to him about it, or listening to him, was asking, so we don't have free will and we don't matter or something? And he was like, no, it's quite the contrary. So let's see if we can this is layered like a fucking onion, okay? But it's fucking interesting. So it's like, there's you. This gets really weird. There's another guy was just going on about this same thing recently. Now they're in the same lane but different speeds. These two guys, and so basically it's like if you think of existence, this loses me straight off the bat to think this big, but it's like everything is like a consciousness, and the consciousness, out of fear of dying, is constantly coming up with a plan to reinvent things and prevent the whole dying of boredom, I suppose. So it just it divides itself off, and your spark, your spirit, your soul is a piece of this gigantic thing, and then you're put into the game to learn. So basically he describes the game of life like basically a pen full of bullocks who just don't give a fuck about anything. They're just dopes because they're there to learn. And then the guy was saying, so rules don't matter. But no, he said, no, they matter. Of course they matter, because you return and you get kicked out of school. You go back to school until you fucking get the grade that you went in there initially to obtain. And it's like that, but it's more of a fine-tuned, individually individual requirement that you chose before you accepted the deal to, okay, I'll do this whole Earth and life on Earth experience. Now, that's not to say that the rules need not apply. They, of course, they still apply. But it's like, it got really fucking trippy. I'd have to put it in because I'm fucking killing this. And not in a good way. But it blew my mind. It's like when you go to sleep, you're probably more focused on what you're at on the game. So you're coming out of the game, you've put the controls down, you've gone to make a coffee and to think about the game and how to get past a particular thing or whatever. Or maybe meet other people playing the game. And then you go back to the game. I like Avatar the movie in a sense, in the way when the Jake guy goes to sleep in the fucking tube thing, all the scientists around, and he's all hooked up, and he's got an avatar out there in the world. But he's in here, in his own little spaceship. It's fucking trippy. It's trippy, but it turns out that a lot of scientists who've been involved in this theorizing and blah, 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 believe that they've actually indirectly proven that there is a God. I mean, I don't know how they ever thought there wasn't. I mean, they're just thinking. See, when it comes to the whole God thing, I don't get all like church about it. I don't get all into the dogma bullshit. You just have to look at the world you live in, and everything is, you've plugs and sockets. You know what I mean? Everything is for everything. Everything works in concert. It is by design. End of. And, you know, if we're meant to be, I wouldn't say we're the pinnacle of the species collectively on the planet or on the plane, whatever it is you choose to believe. But we're up there. We're thereabouts. So yeah, I think they're just fucking going off with this theorizing about shit. Just look at the world for a day, go for a walk, anywhere outside, and you can't deny the fact that, yeah, well, this has been designed, this has been made, but you can't comprehend anything beyond that, really, because you go crazy. But yeah, there's definitely life is a dream, and you're the dreamer, babies. So dream a good dream, okay? Don't be getting all angst. That's just not good for you. You'll have no fucking crack there. Have a party in your fucking mind. It'd be splendid. So I'm going to find it and put it in the thing for you, because I'd love to have a chat with someone about it. There was two guys. There was one fucking guy I found by chance. I wasn't even looking. I was just, the way you'd be of an evening when you're kind of too tired to do something and you're probably, I don't know, rolling cigarettes for tomorrow or whatever. And you think, yeah, I think I'll just bang something on there and randomly pick, if you believe in random, this YouTube video on the Joe Rogan podcast. And this guy, he's old, but he's one of those old people who seems fairly fucking wise. And he's like, he knows the bullshits. But when he starts talking, he knows what the fuck he's on about. Because you could tell, because that Joe Rogan, he can fucking, once he gets a scent at all, he's just unrelenting. He goes for it till he gets what he wants, till he gets the answer that, it sounds like that's probably about right. Now, he's human as well, so there's no consistency of form. But there's different fucking conversations for different moods you're in. Some are pure nonsense when you're in a nonsense mood, and some when you're kind of tired but you're kind of interested, and something just hits a chord, you're tuned right in. But this guy had an answer for everything, and then he'd have experience, he'd have anecdotes, and it was very good. I'm making a fucking job for myself here now, because now I'm going to have to go find out that one, and I suppose it's in the history, is it? So I'll check that out. Is it? Like you're going to fucking know or say. But yeah, I'm going to check that out and check the other guy out. One guy's Indian, one guy's American. or the Indian guy, I think they're smart fuckers. I think he's American. But very, your head's all messed up after. It's fun. I wouldn't be going hanging my hat on it, like, but it's nice to get away from the usual bullshit dogmatic crap that you're spoon fed. Good guy, bad guy. Ooh, fuck off. Fuck right off. The world is far more complex. Don't be living in the bottom floor. Get up on the roof. See the fucking sky. It's beautiful. So, I'm getting tired. I think I'm dying here. I'm dying. I know what the whole point of bringing that one up was. Oh yeah, probably to say that they talked themselves into it, their science that they devoted their life to. That, oh yeah, we've just confirmed for ourselves without a doubt that there is a God. So that's, again, tells me that they're not that fucking bright to begin with. Oh yeah, and one of the older guy was saying that there's certain things that everyone can access to prove to themselves without a doubt about certain things. But you can't do it intellectually, because once you bring the intellectual mind in, it's like a fucking an antidote to the feeling. Once you feel a thing, and if you just notice there's a ripple in your whole being, in your, you say, oh, like a memory or something. So you follow that just naturally, and you get there. But you can't. We've been so conditioned with fucking logic and reason that it's like a repellent, which is interesting. That in and of itself is like, write that down and let's think on that. Why? The reason why that is, and when did this become a thing? A lot of crazy. Do you know what I fucking mean? So, recap. No more stabbing people. And stick together. And, be nice. You're all great. You're all super. You've all got what you need to do the right thing. Continue ignoring most of the news. Don't listen to politicians, in my opinion. No, but we're getting silly now. So go in. You've all the answers you need inside. Go in there. Close your eyes. Say hello to you, and have a good time. And I'm going shooting on Sunday in Limerick. I'm looking forward to it. It's always good to shoot in Limerick. I hope it's not too shitty weather-wise. But if it is, it is. We're going anyway. I'm looking forward to that. And we're back in the hall this Monday. This Monday we're back in the hall, which is great. I better put something up on YouTube. Or Facebook. Fucking nonsense. Yeah, we're back in the hall Monday, which is great. Going to shoot the mail-in match competition. Any of you doing that? How many are doing the mail-in match competition? I'd like to know. I haven't seen any scores for the first round. I'll ask about that Monday. Or maybe I'll fire a text off to the lads. Keith would know. Maybe he would. I shall do this. So go, just go. Do stuff. I'm in a fucking super relaxing mood now. Maybe too relaxed. But I've earned it. So I shall relax until tomorrow morning. Much relaxing will be had. I shall pour it into my glass and drink from it. And it'll be relaxing. So, my crackers, I'm going to leave you all now. Thank you for listening, for watching, for putting up with, and hopefully laughing at or with. It's all a win-win-win. So bye for now.